What's going on, guys? And today I'm bringing you a special video about some certain hot topics that I just wanted to bring out, giving my 2 cents and everything like that. But you know, with the coming of Black Ops 2, and then yeah, we'll just leave it like that, Black Ops 2, because then Battlefield 4 is not until next year, and then who knows. But this is gonna be in general. Versus, I'm gonna mention a few games, so you know what I think, but mainly as what the title of this video says, it's about overpowered weapons versus overused weapons. Now, a lot of people confuse these two. They think that since a lot of people are using these weapons, that means they're overpowered. Now, some weapons are overpowered, and some weapons are not. It's just being used a lot. Now, I'm gonna mention a few games, and I'm gonna mention which ones are over, like, you know, almost a few weapons from the COD games, and certain weapons from well, a certain weapon from what's it called? Yeah, there you go, Battlefield 3. I was like, what's the name? Damn it. Anyways, so a lot of people seem confusing about overpowered weapons versus overused weapons. Now, like I said before, just because everybody's using this weapon doesn't mean it's overpowered. Now, certain, you know, elements of the weapon, think it makes it, like some people think certain elements of the weapon make it overpowered, but it's not true. But, I'm playing since the good old days from COD 4, aka Modern Warfare. Been playing a bunch of those Call of Duty games, and I came across overused weapons and overpowered weapons, and I can tell you which ones are overpowered, or were, or still are anyways, versus overused weapons. Now, I'm gonna start with COD 4. In COD 4, there wasn't much of a overpowered weapon, mainly overused weapon. Now, I'm saying the AK-47, because COD 4, it was balanced, It was balanced. The Infinity Ward, the old classic studio, Infinity Ward did a great job with COD 4. It was balanced. It was pretty much a badass game. Now, moving on to the next game, people might say, well, the MP5 was overpowered. It was mainly overused, but like for some people, the AK-47 wasn't really overpowered. It was overused in COD 4. A lot of people were using it, I guess the early days of tryharding Call of Duty. But yeah, it was, when those competitive games, got in, people equipped the AK-74U or the AK-47. Those are like the preferred choices of competitive games. But was it OP? No, I don't think so. It really, I'll give you my opinion in the video about overpowered weapons. Anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But I'll move on to World at War. Now, World at War, it did have a overpowered weapon. This was an overpowered weapon. Now, you know which one I'm talking about. Do you? Oh, come on. Okay, you do know. Anyways, it's the MP40. Now, that one was overpowered. All before those, shotguns in close range are overpowered by natural. That's just gonna say. I'm just gonna say that right now. But the MP40 was overpowered, and not only that, it was overused. Bring those two elements together, and holy shit, you got a bunch of people being pissed off. Or anyways, and the MP40 was overpowered. Even if you had what's it called, Juggernaut or the extra health, it didn't matter. It'll still bring you down as fast as before. And it was just an overpowered weapon, especially when you have the round drum equipped on it. Dude, holy shit. You better watch out with whoever's using it, especially when you come across with a good player with who has mastered the hip fire. Damn, you better watch out. Now, I'll move on to Modern Warfare 2. And now, Modern Warfare 2, in honest, Modern Warfare 2 was unbalanced. They had a bunch of things that, it wasn't balanced enough. There were stopping power, but there was no Juggernaut, this and that, and a bunch of other stuff. But nonetheless, it was still a good game, but it was really unbalanced, especially with the kill streaks and whatever. And So the thing is, one of the most overpowered weapons was in Modern Warfare 2 was a grenade launchers. Those things will freaking destroy you from far away. Even if the grenade impact exploded like, let's say, 5-7 feet away, you'll still die. You know, or maybe you'll be heavily damaged. It was like, fuck, dude, really? And that's why a lot of people noob tube across the map and they get kills. It's just like insane. You know, like, now that was overpowered. When anything else was overpowered? Maybe. No, I don't think so. But maybe overly used weapons. Let's say, like, for example, the UMP-45. Was that overpowered? Not necessarily, but it was overused by a lot of people because it was preferred the submachine gun a lot of people. The P90, well, not really. It's not really overpowered. It's a really nice gun. It's a high fire rate gun. Now, the overpowered weapons isn't necessarily worse. The kill streaks, well, you know, it's a freaking jet. You're gonna get killed. But yeah, let me move on towards what's it called, the next game? Black Ops. Hey, Black Ops. Now, people think the AK-74U was overpowered. Man, maybe a little bit, but it wasn't really overpowered, nor the FAMAS. Those two guns were just overused. Everybody was using them, and a lot of people thought, you know, they're getting killed a lot by them. A lot of people thought, hey, it's overpowered. What the fuck? It wasn't really overpowered. You get any, even if you give I said at the end. It was mainly overused. You know, a lot of games if you get AK-74U in Black Ops, you're bound to find some ammo on the floor in any game because a lot of people are using it. It was overused. It wasn't really overpowered. It was maybe a little bit, but it was one of the best submachine guns in the game. But mainly, it was just overused, in my opinion. These are all just my opinions. So now, the FAMAS, you know, it had a low recoil and and a high fire rate. It was a pretty good weapon. Did I use it a lot? No, I didn't use it a lot. And but it was just an overused weapon. Now, one of the other overused weapons was the Galil. Was the Galil overpowered? I don't know. Was it? No, not necessarily. But was it overused? Yeah, it was overused. A lot of people had the Galil, especially silencer. Oh man, dude, seriously? Yeah, but was it overpowered? Not necessarily. Now, moving on towards Modern Warfare 3, there is a certain weapon that is overpowered. Now, you might say, oh, the MP7. Negative. The MP7 is not really overpowered in a way. The only thing about the MP7 is just has little or no recoil at all. It has recoil, but a very little recoil, which makes it a pretty, a deadly weapon. But it doesn't really make it an overpowered weapon. The MP7 is an overused weapon. That's pretty much it is. But the one weapon that is certainly overpowered is the Type 95. Dude, that thing is a beast. Now that is one of the weapons that is overpowered. Even from the beginning of the game, you could take down multiple enemies very quickly with that. Boom, dead. Boom, dead. Every burst fire, you could kill someone with that. Usually, before the close range, long range, with the M16, you need at least like 4 to 5 bullets to take him down. With a Type 95, just one burst fire, and boom, he's down. Now that one is an overpowered weapon. The MP7 is overpowered? No, I just believe it's just overused. A lot of people just use it because it's a nice high fire rate with low recoil. Not only that, the ACR has very little recoil as well, especially when you kick in it. It has very little recoil, but yet a lot of people say it's not overpowered. But the ACR is overused, and that's just pretty much it. Overpowered? I don't really think so, but there are other better weapons than the ACR in my opinion. But for me, I love the Scar H. That's my favorite assault rifle. To me, that's a badass weapon. And for me, this the Scar H is it's one of my favorite guns. So, anyways, people think, what was the other ones? No, I think that's pretty much it. And the MP7 is overpowered. I think it's just overused. Necessarily, I'm gonna mention another game. Watch. What's it? Battlefield 3. Now, Battlefield 3, a lot of people have accused the M416, M4A16 or M416, the M16 anyways, to be overpowered because it's a weapon, for any, it's a well-balanced weapon. A lot of people use it necessarily, but does it make it overpowered? No, not necessarily. No, I don't think. It's just overused, maybe. But a lot of people use the G55. Is that overpowered? No. The thing about what has DICE done greatly is that there's a lot of weapons that are, they're ups and downs, and it's depends how you do the attachments and everything. They make it a balanced weapon. Now there was one overpowered weapon. Now this one makes it to my #1 list of most overpowered weapons that I've ever played. Now, for some of you who are not familiar with Battlefield 3, and some of you might agree with me or not, and it was the USAS, was it USAS 12 or USAS with 12 frag grenades equipped. Oh my god, dude, that gun is a beast. Like 666 beast, that's like, that thing will destroy armies. Like when I was playing, an enemy player had it. That thing killed my whole squad like in 2 seconds. That thing was overpowered to the max. I'm like, dude, after the patch, the OP went off. It was just a regular shotgun with 12 frag grenades, but it wasn't OP no more. It just takes more to kill now, which is better. Now, but before the early days of Battlefield 3, holy shit, that one was overpowered weapon. That was like the Type 95 times 10. Like, you could take out squad mates, the whole entire team, with just a single magazine or clip or whatever you want to call it. But that one was overpowered. Like I was saying before, a lot of people think just because a lot of people are using it doesn't make it mean overpowered. Now, some people may argue that what makes it overpowered is that any beginner can get the weapon and make it overpowered. Now, for example, I'm gonna use the FMG 9s. Was it 69s or 9s? From Modern Warfare 3. It's a submachine gun, and when you equip it akimbo style, meaning two SMG. Ah, shit. I'm gonna like brain freeze. Anyways, so when you equip 2 of them, Kimbo, it makes it overpowered. Well, hell yeah, it's gonna be overpowered. I mean, it's 2 submachine guns with the freaking high fire rate. No wonder it's gonna bring you down. It's obvious. Even the MP9's akimbo, it's gonna freaking take you down. So, the whole argument is that, it may be true in a little bit in some way, but it may be not. You give a beginner or a noob or whatever the dual akimbo FMG 9s, and they're gonna be beasts at it. Not necessarily. They didn't even know how to take advantage of the dual akimbos. They might fire at you from long distance and hope to kill you. No, that's not. I've seen a lot of players do that, and it's just like, dude, what are you doing? Now, if you give someone who has experience of the FMG 9s, they're gonna tear this. They're gonna cause some mayhem in the field. But like, let's say for example, you give not for the USAS. No, I think anyone could use it. Now, for the USAS, a beginner might even know what to do with it. Might be like, oh, I'm just gonna shoot over here and miss everybody because the bullets drop. The grenades drop and everything. But the whole argument and what makes it overpowered is that anybody could use it. All guns in a way take some time to get used to. Some may be faster, some may be more longer, but it shouldn't really take you more than a few games to get used to the gun. Any gun. If you're, I'm gonna try this gun now. After a few games, you already know, well, like, all right, this one has a high recoil, this one has a low recoil. I can use this attachment to make it better, and that's pretty much it. It doesn't take a genius to be like, oh, this gun is only for geniuses only, and I consider myself a genius because I know how to use it. What the fuck? But that's just how it is. A lot of guns are overused. there's like rarely any overpowered weapons in games these days. You know, developers in Infinity Ward, Dice, you know, they make adjustments, you know, to see like, okay, this one's a little bit too, you know, stronger than the rest of the assault rifles. You know, let's make it a little bit lower, or let's like increase the fire rate. These guys are making it more balanced and everything. Now, like the USS on 12 frag grenades, Dice and notice that, oh, this one's OP to the max, you know, or let's cut it down, alright? Let's cut it down, make it more balanced. You know, these developers are making more and balanced games. Now, Naughty Dog in Uncharted 3, there's not a lot of guns, I suppose, but there's like three assault rifles, three assault rifles, one submachine gun, and one sniper rifle. Very little guns. There's not a lot of options, but those guns are balanced. You know, one has a higher fire rate. The AK-47 is good. What was it? The M14? No, M4. That one. Oh no, M9. That one's a faster high rate, but a more low recoil. And those are balanced guns. You don't hear when I ever played Uncharted 3, I never heard one say, "Oh my God, you're using the M9, that's overpowered," or "You're using the AK-47, that's overpowered," or "Using the sniper rifle, that's overpowered." I never heard that from Uncharted 3. When I'm playing multiplayer, maybe you know, who knows? Maybe I'll hear it in the future. But Naughty Dog has done a great job balancing the weapons, not making any other overpowered weapons, and that unless you get the special weapons, like the M60, was it the M60? Or like a light machine gun, the T-Bolt sniper rifle, the grenade launchers, those are like overpowered weapons because those are special weapons, you know. You can rarely get those guns, which makes it, you know, pretty cool. You know, imagine like the MP7, no, not the MP7, oh, whatever. The Type 95 was a rare weapon, you know, you have to unlock it like a kill streak, like in Uncharted 3. If I want to get the RPG, which is a one-hit kill, if it's like close range of the radius, I have to get like 9 medals. If I want a Type 95, I have to get like a 5 kill streak, and I can use that weapon. No, that would be, yeah, that's a pretty interesting idea, no? No, that would be interesting, you know. But a lot of people seem to be confusing a lot about overused weapons versus overpowered weapons. I've seen a bunch of people using different kinds of levels using the MP7. Oh, I heard this gun is awesome, but they suck at it. You know, just because it's overused does not necessarily mean it's overpowered. There are certain overpowered weapons in these games, you know, Call of Duty games and Battlefield games. But if any player, good player, can make any weapon overpowered. Just because you're getting your ass kicked or, you know, getting killed a lot by a certain weapon does not make it overpowered. Some weapons are overpowered, some are not. That's just mainly it. But you know, I get killed by the ACR a lot. Does that make me, you know, do I get all overpowered? Does that get overpowered? I don't know. I don't really care if it's overpowered. You know, I'll find a way to kill you. You know, all right, this guy's using a Type 95 wall. You know what? I'll use a Type 95. You know, how do you like that, huh? Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll find a way. Like, all right, this guy's shooting with the Type 95. You know, I'll just get a little closer with a submachine gun. I'll take him out. But that's just me. You know, that's my opinion. So, what do you guys think about the overpowered versus overused? Do you agree with me or do you disagree with me? You know, let me know. Which guns do you think are overused? Which guns do you think are overpowered? I already told you which guns are, you know, in my opinion, overpowered and, you know, overused. So what do you guys know? What do you guys know? What do you guys think, you know? Let me know. Well, anyways, that's it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.